Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video you're going to see a musical excerpt. And what is an excerpt? It's a little snippet of music we study to learn something specific. In this case, it's going to be involving phrasing and musicality, expressive playing. It's a little particular rule that has to do with that. This is part of a larger series that's got dozens in it, available to members of the Woodshed program. If you'd like to, you can learn more about that below. All right, have fun. Hi, so in this excerpt, we have a bit of Marc Belanger's dialogue. And so what we have here, if we look at this, we can just look and say, what's going on here? That's our big question that we always want to ask. What exactly is going on here? And so first thing that we can notice is in the bass, we have these repeated notes, right? And what do repeated notes do? But get louder. So each of these need to start soft and get louder. We want to grow with those, right? So that's one thing. What's the next thing? Well, then we have these bits, right? And we could say, well, these are even notes, 3 or more even notes after a longer note. So we could call this a long short, right? If we wanted to. And that means that the first of these is going to be quiet. And then we'll do our basic dynamics rules after that, which says if it's going down, then get louder. If it's going up, get quieter, right? The other thing that we can notice here is that here, most of these we could think of in that way, as a long short and as that going. We also have this right here, which is because this comes in on a syncopation. So a syncopation is not on the main beat, but it's on an off beat, on an and in this case, because we're counting eighth notes. And right here, whenever it comes in on a syncopation on the low note and then going up, like this one, ba da da da, it oftentimes sounds good to start off loud, accent that, and then do your stuff from there, which is because it's going up, get quieter. Da 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 da. It's kind of an interruption. So whenever we have a syncopated entrance and the lowest note is the first note is the lowest note of a scale, oftentimes we can actually do the opposite of a long short and bring that one out right there. But the rest of these work fine as long shorts. So whenever we look at that with all of our markings, then we have two different lines. We have the top line for the melody, and then we have the bottom line for the bass. And this is how you should think about music, is each line gets its own dynamic scheme, right? So the bottom have our repeated notes, and so they're going to start quiet and get louder. And then the top has its stuff that's going on, depending on how it's moving with the music, with the pitch of the notes, and also how it enters as far as the rhythm goes, like the long short, in other words. So you could label each of these a long short if you wanted to. Long short, long short, long short, all the way across. Or you could just say, yes, all of them could be classified as long shorts, but they come in on a syncopation, so I want to take a look at them. So that is this right here. Just to play a little bit of this for you. Exaggerate. Whoops. So yes, I made some mistakes in there, but the main point is that we exaggerate these wildly. So if it's going to get louder, start off really quiet and then get really loud. If they're going to the repeated notes, if they're going to get louder, start off quiet, get really loud. Do all your stuff so that it's really obvious, because this is what's going to happen, is that in a piece of music that's complex that you're playing, and then you perform it for people, or you play and your nerves are a little bit there and stuff like that. Everything that you do is going to go compress, and so your louds are not going to be as different than your quiets, and then it's just all come out monotone and bland. So in your practice, if you exaggerate everything, then you'll get used to actually making those sweeps. Then whenever it compresses under pressure, then it's still going to come out. It's still going to show. Even if you don't play for other people and that's not even on your radar, it's still a great thing to do, because then at tempo, whenever it's moving really fast, you also get that. You're used to leaning in to the loud notes and backing off. And so then you can actually still negotiate it at whenever it's really fast. Whatever it happens to be, right? So enjoy this little study here. It's great fun. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye-bye. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this musical excerpt. I find them so much fun. If you would like to explore more of these or start at the very beginning of the series and go through to make your playing more beautiful, I encourage you to check out the link below and look at the Woodshed program over at Classical Guitar Shed. It's a full program involving technique and how to read music and how to learn classical guitar pieces and also how to breathe life into them, such as the example that you just saw, different ways to make your music more beautiful. So it's a complete start at the beginning program. If you'd like to check it out, then please do. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.